This is the STL Medical Weight Loss Radio Show with Dr. Joe. No more talking, let's go.
Welcome back to the STL Medical Weight Loss Radio Show. I'm your host, Dr. Joseph Molesky. We got Drew, 82 pounds down. My God, what is going on?
I don't know. I blame you for this.
You're withering away to nothing. Your shirts are fitting different. You're looking absolutely incredible. I am just so excited to see you having the success and sharing it, sharing your health.
Well, that's what it's all about. We're on this whole kick right now of sharing the health, and your Facebook page blew up over the last few days, actually the last month or so. I mean, Business is booming. You're doing the Facebook page of Share the Health, that people share the photos of what they look like way back when to where they are now, and share your journey of weight loss. And we're building this community. You're going to save money on your next order. There's a lot of good things happening right in time for the holidays.
Yeah, so I believe sharing a photo, saving a life. So part of this Share Your Health initiative is to gain awareness and allow people to see your success. So share your before and after photos. There's a simple link that's on my website as well as Facebook. You click it, and then you can put in your before and after photos. It's completely anonymous, and we have your the head cut off, just your midsection showing, and it really shows others that, hey, you can do it too, and it can be done in 90 days or less.
And see, that's your waist size that you're showing online.
Yeah.
For me, I don't crop out my face on my socials, and when you even reshare my stories too, because I see it a lot in my face. Like, I still have the gut. It's definitely not as crazy as it was 6 and 7 months ago, but I see the change in my face. Like, when I looked at, my wife and I just celebrated our anniversary.
Congrats.
And thank you. And we went out, and she was looking at past anniversary Facebook memories, and she goes, oh my gosh, like, this is what you looked like last year. I'm like, oh my, like, I didn't even realize how bad it was.
Yeah.
And I say I started this at 380 because that's when I got a scale and got on a scale. I don't know if that was my biggest. I really don't, because when I look at these old pictures, it is just mind-boggling to know that's what I look like to what I look like now.
Yeah.
So
you could be 100 pounds down, actually.
Dr. Joe difference, man.
The Dr. Joe difference. Oh, you could be 100 pounds down. And, Drew decided, hey, he's tried other things. He's tried diet, even a super, super clean diet, exercise. He's tried it. He's done it.
I've been there.
He decided, you know what, why not? I'm going to take the chance. I'm going to start the, injectable weight loss meds, tirzepatide specifically. And now he's down 82 pounds. So he's changed. His life has already changed, okay? And now he's wanting to lose more weight, get down further on his weight, improve his health. And so I look at, a lot of patients that are admitted to the hospital, because I'm a hospital physician, and I'm thinking, when is it going to be your time? You're morbidly obese or obese. You're here with a heart attack. When is your time? Is it today, tomorrow, or is it just going to wait? Are you going to wait it out? And I'm just happy when I see clients book and they are excited about their health and they want to get down on their weight because they know they don't want to end up like that brother, sister, aunt, uncle that had to go in at 45 because of a heart attack or stroke. And I see this all the time. And that's why I started this practice. I want to essentially get at the root cause of individuals' health problems, which is obesity, reverse that, and then you reverse disease, and then you don't have those complications.
So you have to have an awkward conversation sometimes.
Yeah.
To really start this. Like, my uncle last Christmas he told my dad that he was concerned about me.
Yeah. And
my dad was the one in the springtime was like, hey, Drew, I just want you to know, like, here's what I'm seeing. You might want to get this under control, might want to get this looked out, checked out. So it took that awkward conversation to have with someone to be like, hey, you might need some help. And that's okay. Don't be afraid. And it's so uplifting to me now looking back. Like, I am so thankful that my uncle and my dad were like, they cared that much about me to put it out there. Hey man, you're looking pretty obese.
Well, it's the same thing as if you were an alcoholic, a drug addict. It's the same thing. So I believe that obesity, if people have food addictions, I will admit, I've dealt with weight issues growing up, and I do have a food addiction. Even today, if I get stressed, I stress eat.
Right.
And sometimes I'm a very slender guy. My BMI is like 20, but I can tell you that in a stressful time, I stress eat. I would say, Drew, do you stress eat?
Not now, but I used to.
See? So it's the same thing when your uncle was talking to your dad. It's the same thing, guys. The foods that are out there are super addictive. Americans are super stressed. What do? The first thing we do is comfort. We grab the quickest thing, whether it be through a drive-through or a sweet treat. We just start eating, and then we're thinking, my God, like, I just ate 3,000 calories. I feel sick. I'm tired. I'm going to go to bed. And then rinse, repeat. You do that for years on end, you develop disease. And it's something that this medication, it quiets the mind. It stops that, trigger of, hey, binge eating and,
craving.
The cravings, the stress eating. So you can go to an anniversary dinner and you can just share a meal.
And that's exactly what we did.
Yes. And so it's the key, man.
When we sat down, we went to Sam's Steakhouse.
Yeah.
Never had been. We were so excited to go and try it out, and we're like to the server there. We're like, just so you know, like, I've lost 80 pounds. My wife's at 35. I said, we're not going to be able to eat this entire meal. I said, so can we just share a plate? And I asked that question because we're at a fine establishment. They're like, absolutely. There's a little surcharge here to get your salad and potatoes still or whatever. But we shared an 8-ounce steak.
Yeah.
And that was plenty. And my wife still couldn't even finish her 4 ounces.
Yeah, so that's the difference. It quiets the mind. It allows you to make healthy choices, good decisions, get away from the stress eating, and I always say stay on the diet. Doesn't matter what diet you're on, okay? I have recommendations from the Dr. Joe Education Diet, but if you're on a diet of whatever it may be, this medication makes sure you stay on the diet and you don't get off the diet within 2 weeks. Be like, I get frustrated. I see so many clients that they're like, wow, this just allows me to stay on track. And that's what I want is I want people to know, likely, you cannot do it alone. Likely.
I was just talking to one of our friends in New York, and you know this woman.
Yeah.
Her name's Cindy, and she kind of reached out to me about my journey. I partnered her with you, and she's now on the weight loss deal. And she's like, I've only lost 12 pounds in 3 weeks. I'm like, okay. I said, but you've lost 12 pounds in 3 weeks.
That's
I said,
incredible.
What's the problem? She goes, but she had the first week was 8 pounds, and the last couple weeks it was 2 and 2. I said, the statistic is 8 out of 10 patients lose 15 to 20 in the first 90 days. You're at 12 pounds in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
You're doing okay. Your body's adjusting, and that does take some time because your body's like, wait a minute, what is this? What's going on here? 12 pounds in 3 weeks, that's an amazing thing.
That's really good.
I wanted to celebrate that with her.
Even in the first month, if you lose 5 pounds, I'm really happy because bariatric surgery, if you have a gastric sleeve or if you have gastric bypass, they always say a pound a week. That's healthy weight loss. So when a client comes to me and they're like, I lost 8 pounds in the first month, I'm like, wow, that's incredible. Or I lost 6 pounds in the first month, that's incredible. But I want everyone to know that you didn't put the weight on overnight. Don't expect it to get it off overnight.
Exactly.
And we have to do this in a healthy manner. In 90 days, give it 90 days. If you're on it for a full 90 days and you're like, you know what, I haven't lost a pound. I've never had someone say that.
Actually, I haven't encountered that.
But then that's a different scenario. And, there's been few people that maybe lost 10 pounds in 60 days, but 90 days, I'm getting always 15, 20 plus pounds in 90 days, always.
Right.
And so if it's not working for you, we go up on the dose. We'll adjust things. We'll do this. I have not had one patient that has maxed out the dose and then they're like, you know what? It's not working.
It didn't work for me.
I have not. I work with them. Maybe the lower doses, the 2.5 and 5, maybe that you just might be needing a higher dose.
Right.
So we'll adjust that. But the overall results I've seen with clients is the clients that give it the time, that 90-day period, they are pleased and they are ready to do the next 90 days.
Yeah, and that's what I say. Anytime I promote you, I said there is a dose and there is a plan for you. We might kind of work with it for a couple of weeks or for a month or so, but it's going to eventually even out. And I loved what Cindy had to say, though. she didn't really know what to do with the 12 pounds in the 3 weeks. She didn't have anyone to talk to.
Sure.
So that's where this Facebook group comes back to how important it is. Share your milestones so people can encourage you to keep going and keep working. It is working.
Yeah. So
celebrate it.
The Share the Health. We are doing this once to twice a week. I want to do it once, twice a week, maybe in the future, but once or twice a month.
Yeah.
And you're able to log in to Facebook. You're going into the Facebook Share the Health link. You can join the group. You request access. And then we're doing it on Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. We just had our second one, and we are so excited about all the questions that, we were able to, answer and, provide advice. We also did a huge giveaway. We gave away a first month of tirzepatide, a $599 package. And so...
That's amazing.
Yeah, stay tuned, guys. There's more.